Bond or Maiden podcast. I'm here with Nathan Rodriquez, and we're talking about the Uconn Opera. Hi.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about the Uconn Opera.
The Uconn Opera scenes this semester are going to be the Opera Theater Uncensored. So they're a scenes program, and it's scenes from different operas and different librettists. Now the librettists and the literature that the operas come from at one point or another were banned. So it has like a unifying theme. And then in the spring we do a full-scale opera. The faculty involved is Rebecca Grimes, and she is our director. She is part of the voice faculty here, and she's awesome. She has a very specific staging and direction where she wants to take everything, and she's just a great resource to have. And we also have Willie Anthony Waters, and he is a wonderful music director. We're so lucky to have him. We're so privileged to have him here at Uconn because he's literally worked internationally at all of these wonderful opera houses and with, huge performers that, is something, so we're really privileged to have him here.
So what do you think students going to see the opera will come away with?
It just gives you a sense of culture, and not just because some of them are in different languages. A lot of the scenes that we're doing are in English. And one even by an American composer as well, but it gives you that sense of culture and what it's meant, and it's just very entertaining. There are stereotypes and stigmas with opera. It's funny that you only think of lady with horns, but that's not necessarily what it's about. It's directly about interpretation of the music and the vocal line. And I think that's the best part about Uconn Opera too, is that we don't have the glitzy glamorous sets and costumes. We're all about the voices and showing off the voices and our interpretation of the characters.
And what do you feel the students involved in the opera get from this?
I think definitely experience. Especially for those of us who are undergrad, we're a very conservatory setting here, but it's a public university, and there aren't many places where undergraduates are able to perform in the operas, but here we are, and it's an amazing thing to put that on your resume that you've done a role already, you've come away with a role or even scenes from operas, because it's just very impressive. And also just experience working with other people who really set a standard for you. Like I said, we have our DMA students. We have one student who performed he was a house tenor in the German opera, and that's phenomenal that we have them to be able to use as a resource.
Thank you so much for being here and talking to us. The Uconn Opera performs on November 15th at 3 p.m.